Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem the Wach, with us double honor, son to the elder apostles, a great millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now, this is a comment that was made by Mash Ariel. He still ignored my question. I actually didn't ignore it. You didn't give me the Strongs. You didn't give me the Strongs. You said, you wrote this word. I was like, okay, that says Laban. I was thinking, well, what are you trying to do? But anyway, now that I looked it up and you talked about it, if you think Mesopotamians were black, can you give one example? If any civilization in the Middle East, what? And if any civilization in the Middle East known to be black, okay. My question of the word, my question was, what is the root word of lava? That's not what it says, but anyway, it's Laban. Or, as you likely say, Laban, right? Because that's what it is in the English. It's not, it's, okay, whatever. And what does it mean? Okay, so now I looked it up. Laban means white. And now I see where you're going to, like, what was your thing about that name? I'm like, huh? Yeah, the meaning of a name doesn't represent the color of a person. But it's funny, though, that you said that. Okay, so this is the word Laban, which is Hebrew 3837, Laban, which is the uncle of Jacob, which is the brother of Rebecca. Yeah, so Rebecca had a brother, Laban. So it says here white. Right, so it says here masculine pronoun and stuff like that. Son of Bethuel, brother of Rebecca, father of Leah and Rachel. Okay. So now if you look up this word white, which is in Isaiah chapter 1 verse 18, white, 38:35, and you ask me what is the root word of Laban, right? The root word of Laban is this one here, 38:36. Oh, sorry. 38:36, which is white. And what is the root word of this one? 38:35, which I got here in another chapter, in another verse. To be white, to make white, become white, purify. That's what it goes into. That's the root word, as you ask, root word, right? And then this is the primitive word. So this is the beginning. Then off of this word comes, you know, become white, be purified, and stuff like that here. This has nothing to do with skin color. This has to do with his name meaning, the meaning of the name. Sorry, the meaning of the name. Okay, so that's that. And then you have already checked this one then, and I don't need this one anymore. Okay, so now going to the other question of yours, which is if you think Mesopotamians were black, can you give one example if any civilization in the Middle East, supposed to say are known to be black? Okay, this is a one. Sumeria. Sumeria is Mesopotamia. The heartland of Sumeria lies between the Euphrates and Tigris rivers in what the Greeks later called Mesopotamia. Okay, so Sumeria is what the Greeks called Mesopotamia, right? Mesopotamia. All Sumerians were Mesopotamians, but not all Mesopotamians were Sumerians, because not everybody that lived in Mesopotamia was actually a Sumerian, for example, because you had Ashur, you had Elam, you had Cush, and the other Shemites living here in Babylon. You had Ishmael living here. You had the Midianites here, but that's another thing. But yeah, you had Aram living here. You had Ham here, Hamath living there. So, I already said Elam, right? Okay, so this is Genesis chapter 10, right? So you had those people, this is true. And Mesopotamia means The land between the rivers. That's what it means. It says between rivers, but it's the land between the rivers here. Here, land between. The land between rivers. Actually, it's not two rivers, but it's the land between rivers. And there's 4 rivers there. But anyway, which is in the book of Genesis chapter 2. Okay, so now that we know that that is talking about this region over here, and also that that is talking about, you know, so that the Sumerians were there too, right? So it says here, Sumer, right? Definition. The Sumerians called themselves the black-headed people, and their land in cuneiform script was simply the land, or the land of the black-headed people. And in biblical book of Genesis, Sumer is known as Shinar, and that is in the scriptures, the land of Shinar. Right. So here, Genesis 15:7, and he said unto him, I am Yahweh, I am the Lord, that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees, to give thee this land to inherit it. So where is Ur? Ur is here, which is in Mesopotamia, which is in the land of Shinar, which is in Babylonia. So they have all these names. I quoted a few Greek names translated into the English, and I showed you the Hebrew name of that land, which is the land of Shinar, which is also translated into the English. Right. So now you think that, so I typed in anyway Laban means white, which goes into pure, not his skin color. In the Bible, leprosy is white. In the Bible, white skin is a curse and a sin. Leviticus 13, let me get that, and 29. If a man have a plague upon the head or beard, and then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be inside deeper than the skin, so if it's deeper than the skin, like it goes really deep in it, and there be in it a yellow thin hair, that's this, blondies. They say blondes have more fun. You're going to find out, everybody's going to find out the Bible is more racist than you think. That you don't want to understand that, but you don't want to accept that. Most people don't. Then the priest shall pronounce him unclean, or her. It is a dry scale, even a leprosy upon the head or beard. So leprosy upon the head or beard is yellow hair. So that's one discriminating scripture. You can call it racist. Numbers chapter 12 verse 9. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them. So this implies that the Lord was angry. And he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. It went from away from the tent where they were. The gathering that they had there. Because in the tabernacle you had the Ark of the Covenant. You can read about that in the book of, I think, Exodus chapter 33. If I'm correct. Yeah, here. The tabernacle of the congregation. He pitched it without the camp. Anyway, the cloudy pillar. That's talking about a chariot. But anyway, going on. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. This is talking about the skin color. Because she became white as snow. So she became a gothic person, like, for example. Like a gothic pale woman. You know, like this. This is what happened to Miriam. So that's why you have a lot of people. These people, this represents death. You're dead. It's like dead flesh. You know, that's kind of what it is. You know, it looks dead. It looks cold, and cold is associated with death. It's associated with death, and it just looks dead. And you might say, like, I didn't say. Let me go on. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, his sister, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, I beg thee, lay not the sin upon us. What sin? The sin of leprosy. That's a sin. Also, when Joab committed murder, King David cursed him. His nephew. What did he curse him with? Here. Which is 2 Samuel chapter 3 verse 29. Let it rest on the head of Joab and on all his father's house, because Joab murdered. And let there not fail from the house of Joab one that had an issue, meaning they're going to have problems with their pee-pee, you know, or that is a leper, or that leaneth on a staff. They're going to have troubles walking and stuff like that, you know. They're going to need some support in walking, or falleth on the sword. So they're going to get killed, murders and stuff like that. It's going to happen in their family. Or lacketh bread. Some of them are going to have, you know, they're going to starve. They're going to lack bread. So this is the curse that came upon Joab, the nephew of King David, because of his murderous rampage. Well, his murderous lust, actually, what he had. Because his brother was killed and in the war, but he wanted to get that guy back. But anyway, you need to read the story for yourself if you have the time. Then you're going to figure it out. You're going to find it out, sorry. Now, it says here leper. It's the same thing. Leper and leprosy. Let me see something. 2 Samuel and 39. Here, leper. Hebrews 6, 8, 7, 9. Hebrews 6, 8, 7, 9. To be deceased of skin. Be leprous. So, and what is leprosy? Look at this word. Leprous. And look at this word, leprous. It's the same word. You can look it up in the Hebrew if you want to. I don't know. Let me see here. Because you might be, because I didn't look it up right in front of you. But you can do that for yourself if you have the time. So here, leprous, Hebrews 6, 8, 7, 9, which is lepers. And what is lepers? Somebody that has leprosy, or a leper. It's all the same. A leper, leprosy, leprous, however you want to pronounce it. Leprous, leprosy, leper, right? It's the same thing. So Miriam became white-skinned. She had a disease of the skin. What is that disease? This is death. Death. It looks cold. Brown people look warm. This looks cold to the touch. I have never touched a female like this. I would like to, because sometimes I want to feel if you're cold. Just like how they want to feel my hair sometimes. I'm dead serious. I want to feel of a person like this. I never felt a person like this before. Right, anyway, so going on. I just want to touch it like, huh? What was this? Yeah, so going on. Now it says here, and Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beg thee, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead. Did you get that? I see dead people. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, because it looks like it's eaten away, as you can see here. It looks like it's eaten away. Wait, let me give you an example, then I go further. Vitiligo, skin. I don't even know how you spell that word, but anyway. Just an example. I didn't say that that is what it means. I'm giving you an example. This looks like it's eaten away. Do you see that? This is what you turn into. Let me see. Um, fully. Let me see something. This one. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. She used to be this. Now she looks like this. This is an East Indian female. This is another one. Now she looks like this. I saw her with her family. If you was to, no, it's Facebook. I can't see good. It's I can see good, but it was blurry. Always Facebook is blurry. But anyway, if you look at this, you think it's just some white chick trying to act like she's East Indian. No, it's actually her. She got leprosy, and she turned white. This happened to Miriam. That's what happened there. So let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed. Now it comes another part. When he cometh out of his mother's womb. So what happens when a child is born? And then turn darker. No. See? They get darker after birth. Mixed heritage babies often start out fairly pale. Often their skin will darken over time, but not always. That's the truth. You have that also with brown skinned people. Some of them might be like this brown or brown. Let me see here. For example, this one, that one. Oh, okay, so good too. Let me see. This beautiful, very beautiful skin, especially this one. Now it says here, this is ruddy, by the way. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use this for another example also that I put here somewhere. So you have certain people that are born maybe like I'm looking for an example, sorry. So right, you have certain people that are maybe born like this. No, I can't find a great example. The point is, this one might have been born and then she's a few shades later, lighter. Then actually when she grows up, she starts to get a little bit darker. Damn, I'm trying to find an example. Wait. Right, I found an example here. Now it shows you that it says here, once the baby comes out slowly in its first month, the baby loses its birth color and grows a little darker as the melanin develops. The period between one and three, or their third month, right, is the change over time. After 3 months, the baby starts to build its genetic color, which is gifted to it by its creator, the Heavenly Father, of course. So the skin tone is in genes. Right, I found a few other examples here, but it's talking about so-called mixed up kids and stuff like that. And you have often their skin will darken over time, but not always, which is also the truth. And yeah, it says here your baby may get darker or may stay lighter skin, because these are two dark-skinned people. And here, when the baby is born, they have thin, see-through skin. The brown people have it too. The so-called black people, brown people, all of them have that also. This means that the blood, well, this is talking about Caucasian people, by the way, but all babies have this. They all have it. The dark-skinned ones also. Sorry, also, as you can see here. So, that is what it means when it says, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. That's how she looked. She looked like she had thin skin that you can see through, just like how you have these so-called white kids, right? Because it says when a baby is born, they have thin, see-through skin. This means that the baby's blood and vascular structure may be seen through their skin. causing a dark red hue. So what does that mean? It means that you're transparent. I can see your blood through your skin. For example, just an example, you can see here, you can see the blood through the, oh shit, look like it hurts. You can see the blood through their skin. That's the blood showing itself through their skin. So kind of transparent. They would say translucent, but I'm just trying to be mean. I'm kidding. But anyway, here, two dark-skinned people have a child, and then the underfoot of the child is very white looking like. But of course, the rest of the child is a little bit brownish. And then later on, it might get the color from between the father and the mother as the skin color. But in the beginning, they might look kind of palish. But this is the underfoot, just like how they have their palms, which is also so-called almost white, you can say. But yeah, I think this is the child's hand, but yeah, I don't know. The child will get darker a lot of times. So that's that. So say on. So you just called him a sin in your mind without knowing that then. But he isn't. But he isn't white. That's just the meaning of his name, which goes into pure. Anyway, you can Google this exact thing that I wrote, what I wrote now, or I copy pasted it. Yeah, I copy pasted it. I copy pasted 2 paragraphs. I thought so. I copy pasted 2 paragraphs for you. The Akkadians, also known as Sumerians, black-headed people, or whatever, Semitic Akkadian, which is in the book of Genesis, chapter 10, this one, but it's spelled with 2 C's. The Akkadians, or Akkad. The Akkadians, the East Semitic speaking people who later conquered the Sumerian city-state, gave Sumer its main historical name. But the development of the term Sumeria is uncertain, whatever. But anyway, the heartland of Sumer lies between the Euphrates and the Tigris River, in what the Greeks later called Mesopotamia. I think I have it here already. Yeah, here. The heartland of Sumer lies between the Euphrates and the Tigris River, in what the Greeks call Mesopotamia. So, what are they? They are Sumerians, right? Sumerians, is Sumer, again. Sumer people, the Akkadians and stuff like that. The Sumerians called themselves black-headed people. So you asked a question that said that was like, let me see. If you think Mesopotamians were black, can you give one example of any civilization in the Middle East known to be black? Everybody was dark-skinned. Also, Ishmael, the one everybody calls Arabs and stuff like that. Ishmael had a son, Kedar, Genesis 25. Here, Kedar. So, Genesis 25:13. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael by their names, according to their generation. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebajoth, and of course the second is Kedar. So what does that mean, Kedar? Now it comes like this. Check this out. Kedar goes into dark, right? But what does that mean? What did this go into? Okay, so the root word of that is here. Here. Black skin. Black-skinned man. That's Kedar. So with him, he was so dark that they named him Black. So that was something else. But those people over there, so yeah, so I showed you 2 different things, right? Like the other one, oh, that's not the meaning of the word, and this one, oh, that is the meaning of the word. But they say it right here. But with with Laban, it doesn't say that. Yeah. So Laban, it just goes into, it's not, no definition concerning that word. So that's the difference. And I put it in here to basically make you also know, like, okay, that also exists. But then I have another one which goes into the word Mm. Okay, Kedar, Laban. Didn't I put it here somewhere? Adam. Okay. So now I typed the word in Adam, right? Adam. Genesis chapter 2, verse 19. It says Adam. It says 102. That's the definition thing. So I clicked on it, of course, which is Hebrews 120, which is Adam, right? They say mankind, but actually Adam means ground. So these definitions are not always 100% like strictly with it and stuff like that. So it says here the root word of that is dyed red or red ruddy. Okay, I'm gonna get into that later. Remember, dyed red or red ruddy, right? So it says here Adam, man, perhaps so called for the idea of redness compared to dam, right? The Arabians distinguished two races of men, one red, comma, the other one ruddy, comma. But anyway, I'm gonna read what it says. One red, comma, ruddy, comma, which we nowadays call white. Red, white, the other ruddy, black. Ruddy is, that's what they call black people. And they put it in here just to let you know that that is the truth. Because if you go to a Jewish, so-called Jewish name meaning, Adam, it means earth. Well, it goes into red earth, but that's not what it is. But anyway, it says here, its meaning come from the Hebrew Adama, which is what it is, meaning earth. And what color is the earth? The earth is a deep, rich soil. The definition of the words, it means ground. So, where's here? Adam, that's Edom. Edom. Adawam. Yeah, that's Edom. That's something else. But Adam means ground. And then you go also to the encyclopedia, because it says here etymology, right? So it says here, let me see something. Human. Okay, here it says etymology, right? But if you go here, it says etymology. So what does etymology mean? Etymology means fact of the origin and development of a word. Okay, so that's what it means, right? And if you go here with the Laban thing, Laban, it says here root word, which is the etymology. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the etymology online itself, and I type in the word human. So what does human mean? It goes back to the word earth, which is the ground, soil, right? So now I will click on this one. Oh yeah, sorry, here it says earthling, earth being. What is the color of the earth? Different shades of brown. That's it. Because the red one is how you call that thing? Stone and all those type of things, and the grinded up things, and clay. There's nothing that grows on the red soil. It don't grow there. Right, so you have that's why you have a lot of roads, but it's actually tainted with something. Red gravel soil, it's tainted with something. But anyway, it's like mud. It's in gravel stone and stuff like that. It's something weird. But anyway, and if you look at it, it's actually brown, orange, brownish. They call it red, but yeah, it's kind of orange. It goes into it, Bordeaux. But let me go back to over here. Where is it again? Okay, earth. So earthlings. Earth. Now it says here, wait, so wait. Anyway, I couldn't find what I was looking for, but it's all good because, like I said, like I showed actually, that what they're doing is just like how you are trying to do the same thing. That's how the Caucasian race is doing the same thing in the same way also. But then again, they turn around and then they said that all life actually comes from Africa, but then they talk about monkeys and all that type of shit. It's nonsense. But then they come from dark skinned people and stuff like that. But they trying to fit it to where they fit in. Now the red clay thing, what to do with red clay soil? It's not very rich. You know, transforming red clay into healthy soil. That's what you would want to do, because most of the time, a lot of things don't grow here on red soil. You need to make it black, right? And I think I lost it or something. I did click on it, but anyway, I think I lost it. I clicked it away, damn it. Okay, messed up. Anyway, right, so Adama goes into ground, and that is what it is. This is from the Hebrew, it means ground. Right, so I think I'm done with that. And let me see. Right, so it says here, anyway, okay, you can Google that. Mesopotamia is the land of Shinar in the Bible, and that is where Abraham is from. He is from the land of Shinar, in Ur of the Chaldees. Genesis 15:7. And he, the Heavenly Father, said unto him, I am the Lord, Yahweh, which brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees. Brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees. To give thee this land to inherit. Does that answer your question? I did a video answering this question, which is this video that I'm about to upload in 32 minutes. Of 32 minutes, with, you know, right. So yeah, there you have it. I think I'm done. Let me see something. Yeah, leprous. Oh yeah, ruddy paint. Now this is ruddy paint. As you can see, you have different shades of brown. Then you have, there's the ruddy cow. Different shades of brown. This one is darker. This one is more orange or lighter, and this one is brown. This one is another form of brown. The ruddy dog, ruddy cat. You can see the black up in it too, but the orange also. Right, good. This is a darker brown, ruddy duck. Yeah, of course, light and stuff like this. It's different. The point is, it's different shades of brown. And believe it or not, we're not black people, because you have a black bear and a brown bear. No person on this planet Earth has the black bear color. And if you see a person on the like a picture of a person being very dark, that's the same thing as this. That's the same thing as this. In a different shade, they're different color, and then here you have the more darker brown and stuff like that. Just like the cow. That's what you have with people also. A dark-skinned person that takes a picture in the daylight and then takes a picture in the house, even if it's daylight, it would have two different colors. Because you need the so-called dark-skinned people, they have I don't know, it's like a chameleon or something like that. You know, when you are somewhere that's full of light and you take the picture, you're kind of brownish. But if there's not a lot of light, you will show off as being darker than you are in real life. Right, so yeah, I hope that's it. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.